Hi, welcome back to sprouting season. Today we're going to be making some lavender sachets. It's a simple, easy project to do, and I have the supplies that I need. So I'm going to go ahead and start off by showing you what I have. Okay, and so this right here are my organic essential oils. You're going to need either essential oils, or you can also use fragrance oils. This is the one we're going to be using today, is lavender. Okay, now I also have one called Lavender 4042. This is from Brambleberry, but I could not find the dropper, okay, because it doesn't have the, what do you call it, the little plastic lid, you know, I forgot what it's called, but it's like this one. Let me see, I haven't opened this one yet. You see, that way you don't get too much poured in. All right, you're also going to need some type of a jar with a lid, and this is a mason jar. Also, I wanted to show you, this is a granular potpourri base, okay, and it's supposed to absorb your fragrance oil or your essential oil. And this is what we're going to be using. You get about 3 pounds for about, is it 3 pounds? $3.95 or something like that. And I got that from Rustic Essentials. Okay. Also, we're going to be using these Muslin bags. They are 3x4s, the small ones, okay, and I have one right here already made. See? And if you'd like if you want to give them away as gifts or whatever you want to do, sell them, you can even put like a little tag, okay, and just write on it what it is. And you can either leave them like that, or you can store them in these bags. And I used to use this for like different things like soap, okay, and you could wax melt, stuff like that. And then there's also these right here. I think these are called Glassine waxed paper bags, okay, and I can take one out so you can see. You can actually use these like to put cookies, okay, they're food safe, and you can use them also to put in soaps or wax melts, okay, and you can also, if you're wanting them to stay fresh and you're going to give them away, you can put them inside the bags, okay. So I just wanted to show you what I have here. And these bags you can get from Amazon. I got all of this from Amazon, as a matter of fact, and it comes in bulk, okay. So, and also, if you want to decorate your muslin bags, I have, this is called the color box. It's a stamp ink pad, okay, and I wanted to show you some of my stamps. Isn't that pretty? It's a bee, a bumblebee, and I have this one, it's flowers. Okay, you can get these at the arts and crafts store. And then this one is the one that I used in the past to make my lavender sachets. See? And I already tried one out, the lavender one, on paper. See? And I used the ink pad. I wanted to make sure it was still good because it's been sitting in my shed. All of these things have been sitting in my shed. And I just wanted to make sure that they work. Also, lavender buds. I had some extra from that soap project. Okay, so we're gonna mix these into the sachet base. Okay, and so also I was gonna mention you can also use rice. If you don't have this handy, okay, you can use just rice, okay, like white rice. That's what I've used in the past before I got a hold of this stuff. And you just add, you know, your lavender buds and your fragrance oil. So I may just use this one here instead of this one because I don't have the little dropper. I gotta have I don't want too much to get poured in there. So let's go ahead and begin. All you need is like a spoon. Okay. Let me go ahead and face it this way so you can see. Okay. And it says, the directions say you just need 16 ounces and 1 ounce of fragrance oil. Since we're going to be using essential oil, then you just need a few drops, okay? So we're going to go ahead and pour it into our mason jar. This is a 16 ounce, so I'm just going to pour it in there, okay? I'm not going to bother to weigh it on my scale. Now with this, it says that you leave it in the jar with the fragrance oil for a few days and you shake the jar, you know, here and there. Like just every time you pass by it, shake it. Okay, so that way the fragrance oil or the essential oil will absorb very well. Okay, but for the sake of this project, I'm just going to go ahead and just pour them into my bags. I'm not going to wait for days and days, or I can at least do one sachet bag so I can show you. Okay, so it's almost to the top. Another thing you can do with this, okay, if you have a decorative lid, okay, I have some, but again, they're in my storage shed and I'm not going to go and dig right now. But they have some really nice designer cutout lids, like with flowers, some fall ones. They have, I think, stars. If you go on Amazon, you can find those. And what you can do is you can mix your sachet base with some dried oranges, cinnamon sticks, cloves, orange peels, whatever, and you can make a potpourri, you know, decorative jar. You know, you just shake it up and you'll have all your decorative pieces in here, and then you'll have the opening, the designer openings here, okay, and it'll release the smell. You can put it in a bathroom, or you can put it wherever in a small room, or you can give these away as gifts and just put a twine, okay, around the jar. But we're not going to make these today, but I just wanted to let you know that you can do that as well. Maybe on another project we can make these. But for right now, we're just going to be doing the sachet bags today. And you can use these for your drawers. You can put them in your drawers. You can put them in your closets, lockers, anywhere where there's, you know, you want it to be freshened up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put, oh, before we do that, okay, you can either, what I probably should have done is used a bowl, but you can just pour your lavender buds in there, okay? And give it a good shake. You can put however much you want in there, okay? There's no set amount. You just put whatever you want. I'm gonna shake it up first without the fragrance, so you can get all those lavender buds in there. Shake it up. And if you prefer to use a bowl, then use a bowl. It's probably best that I do that. Okay. Okay, I went ahead and grabbed one of these large measuring cups. This is my bowl. And I'm just gonna mix it all in there. Okay. Wow, it smells like lavender already. I haven't even poured my fragrance oil in there, or my essential oil. The lavender buds have an amazing smell. I got these from Makesy. But any lavender buds, you can order them from Amazon. It smells amazing. So you don't really need much, okay? So it's 16 ounces. That's what the directions say. I just poured it into here, okay? And my measuring cup says it's almost 2 cups. So, and then you're gonna go ahead and, if you wanna go ahead and do the fragrance oil now and then pour it in here, or you can pour this in here, then add your fragrance, doesn't matter. But I'm gonna go ahead and add a few drops, okay? And it's up to you how much you want to pour in there. Okay, and then just give it a good stir. Because remember, those lavender buds, they already smell. So you may not need much. And also, you know, you can always refresh your lavender sachet bags and add, you know, like after, they should probably be good for at least 30 days, okay? But if you feel like they need to be freshened up, then you just open them up and add some more essential oil. Okay, but that's all I'm adding. Okay. So you can either pour it back in here and give it a good shake, but I don't think I'm going to do that anymore. Unless you're going to use it for, like I said, you know, you're going to use it with the decorative lids, the cutout lids, and then you can always just shake it up and put it in a bathroom or something so it'll smell nice. So now I already have one of these made, okay, but I'm going to go ahead and show you. So you stamp your bags first, okay? That's what you want to do. I'm going to go ahead and do one just so you can see. All right. So we're going to take one of these bags and get our ink and our stamp. All right, and we're going to go ahead and stamp our bag. This is optional, but you know, I think it gives it a nice touch. So just wet your stamp, and then you just stamp the middle of your bag. And not too hard, because then it'll come out. Well, that's kind of light. Let's see. But it's okay. We can do another one. Because actually, y'all, I'm going to be giving these away to my family. Like a little gift set. And I'm going to use Organza bags. And I'm going to be giving them that soap that we made on my last video. And I also wanted to make bath salts, lavender bath salts, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do all that because we're already starting to pack to move. We're finally selling our home and we're going to be moving. So I won't be able to make any projects for a while. All right, so I stamped this again. Let's do it again. And stamp your bag. A little bit firmer this time. And there you go. See how pretty? So, in the way you clean this, you can use like maybe like a baby wipe or something to wipe the ink off. Okay? And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our Sachet fragrance base and we're gonna put it in our baggies, okay? And fill it up as much as you want. Now, I don't know if they have any smaller than this size, but I think this is a good size here. And you can even put these in your car, y'all. So I think it's pretty full. So you just take the little strings and you close it up like that. Okay? And you can tie it and make a little bow. You can also, like, write on this and put what it is, lavender sachet bag, and you can just tie it with tie it onto the sachet bag, okay, and make a bow. I just put it through there. All right, y'all. So I had to untie the strings, and you can always cut the excess off, okay? But I just wanted to show you what it looks like. See how cute? And I just wrote on there lavender sachet, and you can give these away as gifts. I think they're really, really cute, and again, it's very simple to do. And just, if you want to stamp them, you can get you some stamps and some ink. But that's it. And again, all of these things you can buy on Amazon. And, the bags, the ink pad, the stamps, the essential oils, everything. But that's it, y'all. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will be back. I don't know when the next time will be. Again, we're moving, so it might be a while, so don't think that I stopped making videos, but I may make some. Maybe, we're gonna be staying at my mom's, so I may make some there and share, with you all. All right then. Well, everyone, be blessed and have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.